Who of you want to do things right? To keep up with keeping your lives tight. Tight as in being right with the truth of true insight. Who of you want to do things right? Who of you want to truly succeed in attaining all in that which is your need? To be heard by the real answerer of all deeds, the true hero of all whom pleads. Who of you really want to bow down to the true King of Kings commanding the crown? To worship the one that ever rules alone, commanding everything of creation from the seat of its throne.
Yeah, but people don't realize, how in time, how El manifest. Like I said, people want now.
Mm-hmm.
The Lord, I want you to give me now.
Yeah.
But it's only in the time process. Allah said, I reveal to man, give to man the stages and degrees.
Yeah.
In time, Allah said, don't say you believe and won't be tried.
Mm-hmm.
And you always say, Allah don't show you the goal in the end. Then what's the whole? If we do that, then everybody, for life,
everybody would have it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's those who, like you said, who endure, go through the hardship to come. Allah said, at the end is the ease. But see, like you said, how many people wait? It's like it's name Ahezaah. And between the two paths, the odds, the extremes, it's the path of ease. But how many people can tolerate that?
Yeah, how many people can get inside the two extremes of the odds and to get to the path of the ease? But the thing about it is that if you're being raised by the devil, you got to understand that you're being told everything to oppose you getting to that center.
Yeah.
And just because you got a great congregation of people that's following that word, that don't mean they right.
Yeah.
See, people get blinded by great numbers.
Yeah.
They see a lot of people involved in stuff and they say, well, it must be right because everybody with it. But through the history of man, every time Allah has come down and sent the word out to men, it told them that each man is an individual.
Right.
And each man has a path to the way to it.
Yeah.
And each man is singularly responsible for their own deeds.
Yeah.
So why is it that you want to get up in a congregation and try to hide in the congregation like you right?
Yeah.
And not deal with your individuality when it comes to the Lord El. And see, that's what most people do.
They do, yeah.
They try to hide in the congregation. Yeah. And then you say, well, what you about? Oh, I'm an A.H.A.D believer. You're an A.H.A.D believer for real? Do you really believe in the one? Because A.H.A.D means the one. Right. A.H.A.D, that's the one. Right. See, Allah is so beautiful. Allah gave us that name, that's the acronym of that name of itself. That's right. So you really believe in the one reality? The one of all, the all in one. You really believe in that? Or are you a hypocritical facader? Faking for the devil, hiding, never asking Ahezaah Allah to try you, to make you right. Oh, just leave me alone and let me sit like this here and let me look like I'm a part of this thing. Let me look like I'm righteous and just don't bother me. Give me all your blessings because I'm sitting in the congregation.
Yes. We discussed it earlier. Yeah, he's saying that. Yeah.
We got so many mean, evil, and decrepit people sitting in congregations. And if you watch certain congregations, man, you'll see them turn black with smut, their auras. So many demons in their church, in their synagogue, their temples, that the space turned black. You feel the chills and the eeriness in there. And you go in there and act like you don't feel it. And you don't see it. And hold up. And it gets so bad that blackness even stretch outside the building. And go straight up into the atmosphere. A straight up home of the devil. Being built day by day by day by day by day in the name of Jesus. In the name of Allah, in the name of whatever they want to call out to, yet
that's true.
Being on the crooked path with righteous words mixed in there. Huh?
Yeah.
Because they won't surrender to the one. They won't surrender to themselves. And then they always talking about, I'm trying. Huh?
Yeah.
You know I'm trying, boy. They just, if you don't believe in the life hereafter, and if you don't live your life for the life hereafter, if you don't feel love for what it's going to bring to you in the life hereafter, you are not in the least on the path of the way of righteousness. What Allah has sent down to us and brought forth to us again is that we have to work through this trial of life so that when we come back to it, we will be released in paradise or hell.
That's right.
Now, if you're not living for that, you don't want to trust that, then that's on you.
Yeah.
But I tell you, you're not on the path of the way of Islam as Muhammad gave it, or as Moses gave it, or as Jacob gave it, or Joseph, or any of the prophets. You're not on that path. You're on the path of Islam.
Or her slam.
Or her slam.
You want to call it.
Whatever you want to call it, but you're not on the path of truth. You're caught up in laws. Now, go ahead.
You were compared to what you say because I was laughing because like either make even the dudes of evil, the devils that had in Hollywood, everything, all they movies when they show these places of worship, it's always the dog or in the churches or the synagogue, it's the devil's playpen.
Yep.
And all the how he played in there, dark auras, the colors, everything is like, I know we got it here. Ain't, you know, it ain't real. The symbolism, all that. Like you said, the old vampire movie. You gotta have faith in this. Where's the faith of the people of religion today? Because they don't understand you gotta go to the source of faith, which is hell. But every person think they are a faithful believer. I don't care where they come from. I believe in the Lord. Then when the trial of life hit them, like Allah said in the Quran, when they that trial hit them, oh Lord, please save me, save me. Then when they say, see what happened.
I was looking at the crazy box the other day, TV.
Right.
And this Caucasian had came on and he had said he was naming the devils. Naming the devil's names.
Okay.
And he said, "Oh Nick. I like old Nick.
Wow.
Old Nick, that old Nick."
Wow.
And I said, look at them. They calling out Santa Claus.
I'm about to say, oh yeah, same Nick.
And they calling out Santa Claus straight up. He said, that's the one. Old Nick, boy. That old Nick, boy.
Wow.
I said, look at that. And people still don't want to see the Satan being Santa.
Right.
And Claus being Claus. The clutches of Satan. They don't want to see that. They don't want to hear that. Yet, they know it's a fabrication of that they have put forth to their children. Lying to their children from the time of their toddlerism.
Yeah.
Oh, look at what old Santa Claus brought you.
Yeah.
Huh?
And they grow from that state of mind, from that child to adulthood. Even if they come to the truth, I know it's falsehood, but Allah said, do you follow the way your father do it on error. I know it's wrong, but I still practice it anyway.
Let me tell you something. Let me tell you how silly I was when I was a kid, man. I knew Santa Claus wasn't coming into the ghetto.
Right.
Because I said, well, if Santa Claus come up in here, man, he going to get ripped off. That's first of all.
Yeah.
And me being very inquisitive, I went up to the roof and investigated the chimney. And I said, well, he could get inside here, but he can't get down this hole.
Right.
That chimney was too small. You know, I said, well, the elves might could get down there, but how they gonna get them those incinerator doors open and get them toys through, right? And then I went so far, and I was very young, and I went so far as to think, man, white folks, they got it made. Their chimneys got to be big.
Right.
They must have the most immaculate, you know, fireplaces.
With the fire cooking it,
It had to be big enough for Santa to get down there, you know? And that's the way we think. And then, you know, my mother used to try to tell us, yeah, Santa Claus, this, Santa. Mom, Santa Claus ain't right, because every year I get the same train set, and you take it from me after a few weeks and put it up and say, and then you have something for next year.
Yeah. The same train.
So I had the same train set for many years, man. I said,
I scratched that mark in it.
This
Hey, wait a
train
minute.
set, huh? But see, not realizing that in the ghetto you poor, and you
Right.
and your fathers want you to feel like you not missing anything in life.
Yeah.
So my parents did the thing. They would put
Right,
things
same
up
thing,
and
same
then
thing.
unpack it, and then there you go. There's your toys. You know.
Yeah.
I never got angry because I was taught by another source that wasn't real. Santa Claus was my father.
Right.
You know? And I thank Allah for that teaching. But you know, people grew up, man, and they were thinking Santa Claus was real. Thinking Christmas is real. But you know, the beautiful thing is when Allah gave those words and broke them down to Elijah and Farad, and I guess Noble Jew Ali,
Right.
about, you know, like Christmas being the Christ massacre.
Yeah.
The massacring of Christ. You know? And how Jesus wasn't born in December, it was born in the middle of September.
That's right.
You know, when the sheep was out doing certain things,
Right.
you know. And I'm like, all that stuff was really good, you know. And then to point at ourselves. Now people hated him for that, just like people hate me for this.
That's right.
You know? But Allah, that was Allah's message to us, elementary minded people with low level intelligence,
Okay.
needing that information through Elijah, so that we could come up to Allah. Now Allah said it would come as a thief in the night in the early morning hours, right? Huh?
That's right.
To save for those who's gonna save,
Right.
And said it wouldn't be until Elijah come that it would manifest
That's
itself
right.
and unseen
That's
with the
right.
messenger of the book.
That's right.
Of the seventh seal.
That's it.
Huh? And people, you know, you got people running around here saying, well, Noble Jew Ali was this, that, and Elijah stole from Noble Jew Ali and Farad and blah, 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 right? Okay. Allah works in threes.
Right.
Right? If it used Noble Jew Ali to go over to Africa and come back with sources and what have you, and then it used the early morning. Farad.
Wow. That's
It
right.
came in the early morning.
That's right.
Like a thief in the night, in the night hours.
That's right.
Huh? And it wasn't until Elijah
There you go.
came and called the fathers and the children's hearts back
Right.
together and so forth and so on, that it has come now
Right.
with his book of the divine covenant.
That's right.
Hmm? So people don't understand Allah's language. They looking for it to come in the physical night.
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah.
Allah says as it wanted, what it wanted says, and manifests as it wanted to manifest. And you have to be of it, not it of you.
There you
And
go.
where people make their mistake, they try to form a religion around themselves. This is the way, because this is the way I see it.
Yeah.
Instead of, what is the way, O Lord, because I don't know,
No.
you are the knower. Put me right, make me right with you.
You said something so significant, Holy Apostle. When you mentioned about the stars falling.
Mm-hmm.
Growing up in church, reading Revelations, couldn't connect.
Couldn't
It's only
connect
so
that.
easy to show me now. The stars falling
Mm-hmm.
in Hollywood.
Uh-huh.
That we raise up
Uh-huh.
to the lights.
Mhm.
And the shining lights with the marquees and all that
Mhm.
represent those things.
Yep.
And Allah said now they fall.
Yeah.
Take them down through the houses, through the fire,
Mhm.
all these signs that Allah
Everything.
speak about. Giving
Illnesses and everything else. Letting people see that they're just humans, weak, feeble humans.
Yeah. But the people, again, through the miseducation, hold up the dead body and resurrect it and give it life
Mm-hmm.
as though it's still,
Yeah.
everything is normal.
Mm-hmm.
Everything is the same.
Well, you know, the thing that struck me most about Ahezaah, man, the Lord Allah in the name of Ahezaah today, is that it relates everything to man on earth.
That's what, yeah.
And people who was misled by the devil relates everything to Allah in outer space.
About this, yeah.
Huh? They coming straight up from fantasy or illusions or
Yeah.
you know, and being lost.
Mm-hmm.
And when they speak about Allah, they always
Yeah.
Like, what star you looking? What planet you looking to?
That's true.
Huh? Because if it be told, the truth be told, you ain't looking up unless you're looking out.
That's it. That's
Huh? Because every way up is out.
It's out.
It's out from Earth. So, you know, if you're
That's
looking
right.
up, you're sure you ain't looking down?
Yeah.
Huh? Where's the Earth position? Huh?
That's right. That is true.
Man, Ahezaah make it so plain for us. You know, it is to be found within the heart of man. You know, in a righteous manner or in an evil manner. It is the master. It's the master of the devil and it's the master of the good. Huh? And you can't get away from it. No matter which way you turn, no matter where you go, it is there.
That's
You know? And see, the funny thing, the ironic thing about most people, they think they can trick it because the devil then guided them to think they can trick it.
Yeah.
Huh? Trick or treat.
Yeah.
Their greatest holiday.
That's right.
And it's all about tricking Allah. Let me trick Allah that I'm, you know, righteous. But let me trick Allah in a manner that it won't think I'm tricking it and I won't think I'm tricking it.
Right.
Well, I ain't got to worry about tricking Allah because Allah ain't here. But let me trick those who are aware of Allah. Well, let me trick myself. I'm this, that, and the other.
Yeah.
You know, if each individual, you know how they used to have those pictures, the Athens and the Greeks and all of the gods, and they used to be up in the clouds looking down on the people, and they would have the what's the name games like.
Oh, it's like a chessboard.
Chessboards, yeah, for the people's lives. If they could put themselves even in that position to see that they're being looked at in everything they do and think, maybe they would stop. But a fool is a fool is a fool.
Yeah.
Huh? Can't see for looking, man.
Yeah.
Just trick themselves all the time. One thing I learned as a youngster, man, and I don't know who pounded this message in me. It could have been my brother, could have been my father.
Okay.
But I knew that even if I didn't like something I was being told,
Okay.
to listen and to investigate
Yeah.
sincerely, because the benefit was for me. Huh? And you got people, man, you can't even talk to them for them talking.
Yeah.
You can't pass off a message to them for them trying to pass off a message to you.
Yeah.
Huh? And you give them something that's pretty true, pretty deep and true, and they can't hear it but for a few years later. Say, hey man, you know what you said to me back in 1989? Yeah. It's true, man. You've been right all the time. Well, check this out, brother. Blase, blase, blase. Oh man, I can't get with that though, man. Nah. All right, come back in 1929. I mean, in 2029, and let me know that I've been right about this too. You know? But that's the way people are. That's what he stand. We got so many cowards, man, that fear the devil, fear their own self, fear the tricks of the devil, fear the illusions of its force, that they will not step out into the fire of truth. See, people talk about the light of Christ. They talk about but they don't talk about the crushing light of Christ. They don't talk about the fiery light of Christ. They talk about angels, and the angels created the light, but they don't talk about the fire that come with that light.
Yeah.
They always want to leave half off. They talk about, oh, the Lord is so merciful and so forgiving and so this and that. Oh, I know that the Lord is forgiving.
Oh, yeah.
What about the merciless Lord?
Right.
Huh?
Yeah.
The wrathful, the awful. They don't want to deal with the other half.
Yeah.
They just want to trick you. Because it generally, with ministers, it generally come to, how much can I get from you?
Yeah.
I'm living large, man. This is paying off, man. I tell you what you want to hear.
I just said they don't want the truth, they want to feel good lives.
There you
Good
go.
lives.
You know? And some people feed themselves to feel good lives. They'll go and sit down and read the divine books, and then they'll translate them words right as they read them. That don't mean that. That means this, that, and the other for me.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Translate them as they read them. Then come out and try them on people.
Yeah.
And knowing in their heart, they be knowing the truth about things. They'll come to somebody of wisdom and bring trash to them. Well, you know, I was reading, and what you think about this here and that.
Yeah.
Knowing the truth.
Yeah.
Huh? But want to see if you know the truth.
Right.
Now, we had a brother that came here,
Mm-hmm.
right? And he was here for what, about 3-4 months or
Yeah.
whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And all the time, he constantly saying, well, the law said, you know what the law said to me. And I'm like, no,
Yeah.
I don't.
Mm-hmm.
Huh? Constantly trying to act as though we're in this mystical way, and everything Allah said to him, I know.
Yeah. Yeah.
My mind is completely on him and his life.
Mm-hmm.
You know what that brother said to me the other day? You don't know. You know your stuff. You don't know what Allah said to me. I'm like, woohoo.
Mm.
You said it yourself. Right.
Right.
So I have a relationship with Allah, and Allah said to me, I'm going to continue this thing, the covenant of A.H.A.D. And I don't trust the people, and I don't trust you either. You either. I'm like, whew.
Mm.
I hear somebody saying, don't say because you do the same thing. You just saying it's crazy as him. You don't say that stuff.
Right.
You know, because if you believed that Allah was with me in the manner that you should, then you wouldn't suspect me for anything.
Right.
You know I was just the mouthpiece of Allah.
Mm-hmm.
You'd fear me in respect of Allah.
Yeah.
You'd fear crossing me. You'd fear thinking wrong of me. You'd fear a lot of things. You'd have concerns. Well, I'm not going to think that way about him because he's special. He's with Allah. That's Allah's pearl.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not going to mess with that. Let me get what he had to offer and take it all away. Let me stop trying
Yeah.
and doing. Huh?
Mm-hmm.
They need to enter the book of the word in the dictionary trying with lying.
Mm.
They really do.
Right.
Because so many people fabricate that word of trying and they be lying. I'm trying to get to Allah. No, you're not. No, you're not. Because if you was really trying, then you wouldn't be in the same position that you were in all this time for so many years. You're not trying to get anywhere. You're trying to get to you. You're trying to get somewhere else.
Mm-hmm.
Because how could you believe the Lord is so merciful and so kind and will always step to you if you step towards it and you haven't got there? And then you come to me and say you try. And when I made that statement, it wasn't to you personally. I'm just talking in general.
Mm-hmm.
I could feel you like, wow, he said that. I'm just like that brother, you know. That brother whacked out his mind because, see, he think Allah is talking to him and he got mixed up with collection of intelligence.
Yeah.
Thinking that knowledge is the key. Knowledge is not the key. Knowledge is part of the way. Submission is the key. Huh? Knowledge ain't never opened no doors. Knowledge will take you to a door and keep you knocking on it. Huh? I know it's in there. I know it's in there. Well, how you gonna get in there? I'm gonna get in there. I'm gonna blow this door down. No, Allah said you gotta humble yourself.
Yeah.
Huh? It said the gate to paradise is very low. Huh?
That's right.
How low is it? Huh?
That's true.
You know what I'm saying?
That's right. You say
And
that.
we know that the angels are symbolized as the serpents, so maybe it's just that low that you got to get down and waddle to get up under it in humility. You know? But it's easy to take knowledge and think that that's the end of all, man, if the devil has told you that.
Yeah.
Because people people who believe in that, believe in knowledge, and you take some of these same people and they go out and they get jobs. They say, how'd you get that job, man? So it ain't what you know, brother. It's who you know.
That's right.
Well, why does that apply to getting a job and it don't apply to Allah in religion?
That's right. Right. Now it's not what you know, but
with them it ain't who you know, it's what you know.
There you go. Yeah.
You know,
they inverted.
Not right.
They inverted now.
Right. And that's what the devil got them doing.
Yeah.
You know?
Lead them to the halls of the schools and the universities and the degrees. I made it. I've got it now. You know? That's where
yeah, man. And they weigh those flags up, man. I got my PhD.
Mm-hmm.
I got my, masters. I got my so are you all those things? So where will that take you?
Yeah.
You know? Oh, in your fraternity, in your organization, which stretches out around the earth, you got people that select you because you went to what school you went to? Oh, he went to this school, huh?
Yeah,
it don't matter what he know. All right, we gonna take him.
Mm-hmm.
And everybody know he went to so-and-so school, so he must be smart.
Mm-hmm.
Huh?
They take that same, and as you said before, being raised up, groomed in that way. I thought looking back, certain organizations, like when you're a young person, they want you to join a certain organization because that goes on your resume. That looks good to people who are in those positions, who came maybe through those same little programs or organizations.
Mm-hmm.
They're prepared. Like I said, once they talk about this guy Obama being president, he was groomed. I know they don't want to believe that, but he was groomed.
Same as the mayor.
Say the mayor of the city. He was groomed where he's at now.
But see, where a lot of people make their mistakes, like they join the Masons and the Moors and all this stuff, right? Moors Temple and what have you, not knowing that they got a contract with the jinn. Mm-hmm. You understand? But at the highest levels, where they make their mistakes is they think they can go ahead and get that label, join those fraternities, and they will never be called. Mm. See, they don't know that they might be called one day on certain things. Yeah, them fraternities mean something. And then at the same time, you could be at the tip end of the tail of the dragon. When Allah take the dragon down, the tip end going too.
Going too, that's right. That's right.
You know?
Mm-hmm.
So I prefer not to be a part of this, that, and the other. Mm-hmm. I want to know from the bottom to the top, where's this going? Mm-hmm. Where's this taking me? Mm-hmm. You know?
And if there's secrets involved in it, then know that something's already afoot.
Mm-hmm.
What's the secret you can't really know? Huh? Wait.
Yeah.
What am I part of now, really? You know?
Yeah, and you got a lot of innocent people who are going up there, and then they get the goodies, and then they stick with it, then they become proud, and then they become a part, and then they will do anything to keep what they got. Now they working for the devil for real.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
You know?
And the high ups on that chain never tell you that we worship Satan up here. As
there you go.
We are the devil worshippers, outright. Satan is our Lord, our God, whatever you want to call it.
There you go, man. This is, and people don't want to believe that that's happening for real out in the world.
Yeah.
This is happening for real, just like Allah is happening for real. Ahezaah is happening for real out in the world. You know, and the things that it is causing to be manifested in the world is being prophesied. That's all for our reality in this world of illusions. That's for real to us. You know, and we will suffer by it or we will gain by it. You know, it's a heavy happening, man.
Those who can maintain and persevere become the victors.
You know, it's hard for some people to see that it's better to lose sometimes to gain. You know, some people think no, I don't want to lose. No, you better lose something to gain.
Oh yeah.
You know. Some people think that their gains is all in just gains, don't realizing they gain in evil and they gain in loss in what appears to be the riches of this world. You know what I mean? Sometimes you could be ready for something, sometimes you're not ready for this. I don't want anything I'm not ready for. I ask my Lord, please don't give it to me if I ain't ready for it. I don't want it. Mm-hmm. Because through my experience, I understand that I could be crushed by something I'm not ready for. Mm-hmm. You know? Yeah, man.
That is true, man. But I see we've been given a sign, the 1 minute mark, you know. But it's just something to think about. Those who watch the program, those sitting here. Ahezaah gave so much in this lesson today about, you know, by gaining in service and surrendering to El on every level of your being. In every part of your life, the Lord El is present. You know, but if we're going to hold on to that, may the Lord bless you. Continue to watch. If you want to reach us via correspondence, you can reach us at A.H.A.D Incorporated, Post Office Box 8795, Newark, New Jersey 07103, or via the internet at thirdhouse@yahoo.com. Lord Holy-Apostle, always a pleasure.
Yes, brother. Praise
Always a
to
pleasure.
you.
Of you
Thank you
want
for
to
tuning the
do
program.
things
Continue
right.
watching. May the Lord bless
To
you.
keep
Those
up
here,
with
man, ease
keeping
peace.
your
May the Lord
lives
bless you.
tight.
The President of the world, the Lord
Tight
bless you.
as
Have a
in
good
being right with the truth of true insight. Who of you want to do things right? Who of you